Hey guys, Brian with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana with our PWCC December Premier Auction recap, where we look at every single basketball card and basketball wax that was sold last night in the PWCC Premier Auction. I got to the office early this morning to try to get this out, try to get it uploaded to our content team on the Lucan Nation Network so you guys could see this as soon as possible and keep your fingers on the pulse of the basketball card market. There's 151 cards we got to get to. I don't want to waste a lot of time, so let's just jump right in and get cracking. We will start, as always, from the bottom and work our way up, like Drake said. You're going to notice this. Look, and I'll just cut through this. There's 151 cards in this auction. 62 of them did not even get to the $15,000 threshold. I think that's kind of the threshold that PWCC sets. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think 15,000 is sort of the threshold for having a card placed into the premier auction for December and for every month. And 62 cards did not sell with the buyer's premium for $15,000. So I'll let you chew on that and do the math on that. That's like 62 out of 151. That's like what, 40% of the cards or somewhere in that range. Sorry, that's quick Cajun math. But let's get cranking. I'm not going to have time to talk about all these cards. I'm just not. I'd love to. They're all awesome. They're all masterpieces. Prices up, prices down, doesn't matter. These cards are impeccable, special. They would form the foundational piece of 99% of the collections out there. So we're talking about some seriously badass cards. So if I glaze over a card, please forgive me. It's not that I don't think your card or your particular player that UPC is important. It's just that I talk really fast and it still takes me an hour and a half to get through this. So I'm going to go quick, and there's going to be some rows I just have to scroll through. But we got Ja. The one I will look at is we got this Jordan BGS 8.5 Platinum Portraits last night with the buyer's premium. This bad boy sells for $6,000. That's down 25% over the last 6 months. It's a pop 38 card. We've got a one of one. Patrick Williams right next to it. I guess there's still some Patrick Williams believers. I've seen enough to not believe at all. In fact, he's so bad, I think it's make-believe. But the Bulls need him to show up and turn it around. It sounds like the Bulls may blow it up at the All-Star break, so maybe Patrick Williams gets a shot to actually be relied on to play offense, God forbid. $6,000 for those three, which I guess is the minimum bid. I don't know. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong. Here's a card that I absolutely think is just badass. There's a few cards in here that I wouldn't buy them, but like even as an outside observer, just like looking from the sidelines, a card I'd never put in my collection, but I can look at it and say, you know what, I can respect that card. So somebody picked up a 2014 Flawless Triple Auto, Chris Paul, Carmelo, and Kobe on-card auto, serial number to 20, $6,000. One of the gold variations of Morant's rookie 6600 color match red shimmer. These are numbered to 7, $6,600 for this Trae Young rookie. Boy, has Trae Young fallen. A cracked ice Zion autograph, $7,200. This is a white box. We're going to talk a little bit more about white box, black box, one of ones, and then true one of ones, and the difference and the price disparity between those in just a second when we get to a Jason Tatum card that's coming up. So stay tuned for that. And by the way, you want to watch till the end because Murderer's Row, Mount Rushmore, the final four, you're not going to believe it. Some of them good, some of them very, very bad. So stay tuned till the end of the video. White Sparkle Trae Young, $7,200, pop 14 card. LeBron 1010 7200, gold LeBron from 2015 select, 13th year LeBron 7200, LeBron auto 1010 7200, heavy LeBron flavor on that row. More LeBron 2013 select gold. This card calls to me, good looking card, pop 7, serial number to 10. Damn, 7 out of the 10 graded BGS 9.5. That card grades pretty well. Vince Carter, Logo Man autograph, true one of one masterpiece, not a white box or a black box, with the Logo Man BGS 810 grail piece for any Vince Carter collector out there. $7,200 seems cheap to me. The LeBron SPX autograph number to 750, 9.510. We see this card very often in the PWCC weekly and premier auctions. $8,400 for that one. I haven't looked it up, but I assure you it is down from the last 1, 3, and 6 months. Clutch Factor Trae Young autograph Kobe. Really, really badass looking patch here for Tyrese Maxey, who's sort of off the radar. Just a really bad time to sell Tyrese. Maybe the seller just wanted to cash out, or maybe that the seller moved it over to Premier before Tyrese got injured. But he's off the radar right now. Really fantastic young player, one of the next great up-and-coming point guards on the Philadelphia 76ers. I suspect that once Harden sort of transitions out, he's going to be an absolute mega alpha monster point guard. He's got everything it takes to be that, and that is coming from somebody who doesn't own a single Tyrese Maxey card, but this one's beautiful. It is a serial number to 10, flawless gold parallel, 8,400. That's a pop one card right there, 8,400. Huge pickup for any Tyrese Maxey believer. And here we go. So first one, this is what's called a black box 1-of-1 Jason Tatum. It's not a true 1-of-1. It's one of those deals where they just kind of stamp the card somewhere on the back, I'm assuming. There it is right there. So they just stamp it with this black box deal and give it to you. And I don't know all the details, and I'm not an expert on this, but I know 1-of-1s are very, very different than black box 1-of-1s or white box 1-of-1s. And I also don't know the difference between a white box 1-of-1 and a black box 1-of-1. Comment below if you do. I'm always looking to be educated more and learn more about it. But this is sort of looks like the typical National Treasures Jason Tatum serial number to 49 horizontal RPA. This white box 1-of-1 sold for $8,400. So tuck that away in your memory banks. The white box 1-of-1 sold for $8,400 in the PSA 9. Just tuck it away. We're going to revisit that in just a few rows. The Doncic red variation, red shooting variation, serial number to 149. Like I said, there's too many contenders auto variations out there. Jolly Rancher Morant 9600 in PSA 10 condition. That's a pop 2 card, but I've seen it 700 times sell, it seems like. I'm not looking it up because I don't even know what it's called. What is it? Neon Green Fast Break Prism. Serial number to 5. The only reason Neon Green Fast Break Prism matters to me is I think that's the color that Christina Thorson is looking for her Maxi Kleber rookie rainbow. So if any of you guys know where the Kleber is out there, like that John Morant, please let me know and I'll pass it on to Christina. 9600 for the horizontal emerald patch auto Morant, 9600. Blue Giannis rookie select serial number to 49 BGS 10 pop 6. $9,600 for that one. Exquisite number pieces, LeBron James, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5th year, serial number to 23, not coincidentally. BGS 8.5 sells for $9,600. The Nike promo Jordan, under $10,000, 4-figure card now for that gigantic poster board of a 1995 Nike promo Jordan Jumpman card, $9,600 for that one. Here's a card, again, I don't know any of this guy's stuff, but on fire, statistically one of the 5 best players in the league to date, plays on a trash team. But they won't be trash forever because they've got buku draft picks, Chet Holmgren waiting in the wings, and SGA is doing anything and everything he can to separate himself and become one of those elite franchise cornerstone type players in the NBA. And he's doing anything and everything he can to make his card prices go up in a market where card prices are going down. So this is an interesting card. It is the Optic Black 1-of-1. Tuck this away, 9,600, 4 figures for this card. If you're an SGA believer, I'm going to pose a question to you coming up because there's another SGA card that sold that, honestly, I would take the Optic Black 1-of-1 over the card that we're about to look at, but you guys tell me. I have no idea. 4 figures right there, just shy of $10,000 for that one. Patch reviewed by Beckett. When I see that, I get scared. I don't bid. But patch sometimes looks too good to be true. Patch reviewed by Beckett. I don't know what that means. Somebody comment below and educate me on this as well. When I read that, I read the patch might be fake. It doesn't say patch was reviewed and authenticated by Beckett, but maybe that's what that means. I don't know. Maybe PWCC could add a few more words in there to make it clear exactly what the hell's going on. Or I could probably click on the card and read about it, and it says, the patch was recently reviewed by Beckett for authenticity. While Beckett cannot officially guarantee manufacturer authenticity of package, of patches, I just stop reading right there. That means it's fake. That's the way I look at it. I probably offended somebody who bought the card, but when I see that, I just don't even look at the card. That's just me. I don't want it in my collection. If there's any question whatsoever as to authenticity, they can't tell if it's fake, they can't tell if it's real. That means, to me, I'm going to assume it's fake. And I'm just going to move on to the next Jordan patch. Gold Shimmer, John Morant, those are serial number 10, but just a notch below, obviously, the true gold, or maybe 2 notches below the true gold. 9,600. We're still not to $10,000, guys. Well, there we go. Another Doncic. This is not shooting. This is dribbling. There's too many contender, optic, and contender autograph rookie cards of all these players. I will say it for the 1,000th time, 10,800 for that one. I hate these cards. I'm not going to talk about it. Gold 2015 Giannis. 10,800 for that one. Is that a Gem Plus? Really good condition. Pop 7, 10,800 for that Giannis. Let's look up this Trae Young. I think we're going to look up the Trae Young BGS 9.5 RPA if I recall moving forward, but I think this is the second card I pulled up. This Trae Young True National Treasures RPA sold for $10,800. Sorry, I forgot to look that up. I did look that up. Yep, and the LeBron's down. Sorry. Nope, there it is. Okay, so here's the Trae Young over the last 6 months. This one sold for $10,008. The last one sold for $15 a month ago, less than a month ago. One before that sold for $21,600. Trae has been on a pretty wild ride, considering this card went for $38,400 about, 9 months ago exactly. So almost a 4-for-1 discount, certainly at least a 3-for-1 discount. Next, we've got the LeBron BGS 9.5 refractor. There it is. Okay. A lot of data points for this card, but this is the base. So this was the comparison I wanted to make. So last night, the BGS 9.5 refractor sold for $10,800. The base card once sold for almost $16,000. Nut hair shy of $16,000. Let that sink in. The base is a pop 3,344. The refractor is a pop 433. So here's, when I look at this card, this refractor specifically, I like to compare this card, and right or wrong, and you can flame me in the comments, I sort of look at how the LeBron refractor with a pop 433 in BGS 9.5 compares with the 1986 Fleer Jordan in BGS 9.5, because the pop's like 433 and the Jordan pop's a shade over 500, maybe 530 or 520, 530, 540, something like that. So similar populations, so you can compare that. They're both relatively high print run cards, right? Obviously, the 86 Fleer was printed more than the LeBron Chrome Refractor was. The LeBron base was probably printed pretty damn close to the 86 Fleer, but the LeBron Refractor is probably printed less than the 86 Fleer, I would certainly assume. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I kind of like to compare the LeBron refractor with the Jordan 86 Fleer in the same grade. The LeBron last night sold for $10,800. Obviously, it's been a six-figure card at one point. There's coming a point in time where it might be time to get back into this card. The Jordan 86 Fleer is about a $30,000, $35,000 card. And this LeBron refractor, similar pop, is $10,800. So that basically means LeBron's about 1/3 of Jordan. I think those two guys are the two guys that have separated. I think they're the two most collectible basketball players in the hobby. I think they're the two best players in the history of basketball. I think Jordan's a clear 1, LeBron's a clear 2, but that's a 3-to-1 ratio for the Jordan BGS 9.5 versus the LeBron Topps Chrome Refractor 9.5. You guys chew on that and let me know what you think. And again, not to make people feel like shit, but the base card once sold for $16,000. It sold over $10,000 10, 12, 15 times, and now the refractor is selling for $10,800. There's coming a saturation point where it's going to make sense to go buy 5 of those. I'm sorry, if it gets down to $8,000, again, I'm not telling anybody what to do, but I think we can all agree that there is a price where it does make sense to buy a pop 433 LeBron Chrome Refractor. If it gets to that part, even investors, I know right now these are investors dumping all these cards, but there comes a point in time where it's just too low. I don't know. You tell me where the bottom is, and you tell me where that point is where you would jump in and pick up a LeBron Refractor to hold for 8, 10, 12 years. By the time LeBron will be a team owner, he'll probably own the Vegas, Knights or whatever the hell they're going to call them, some stupid name. 2009, I'm talking about the expansion team they keep talking about. 2009 exquisite patches, LeBron auto 10,800, Tim Duncan 10,800. This is a huge Tim Duncan rookie card. The 97 EX 2001 essential credentials, the serial number to 75, 10,800 for that one. We got to speed up here a little bit. Flair Showcase row 0, serial number to 250, 10.8. Here's a card that I just think is just so incredible. It's not just the Flair rookie, but it's the Flair Crystal, which means it's serial numbered to 50. It's only a pop 11 in BGS 9.5. There are 2 BGS 10s out there, which would be nuts. To my knowledge, this is the only card that features 3 Hall of Fame rookies on the same card. Obviously from that same draft class, Wade, Melo, and LeBron. We all thought Bosh was going to be part of that deal, and his career was cut short by those blood clots in his calf or whatever. But 10,800 for that one. So here's what I wanted to get at. This is the Jason Tatum. This is the horizontal Jason Tatum National Treasures RPA serial number to 49. So I want to explain the difference between the 9.5 serial number to 49 outsold the white box PSA 9, which is a one-of-one masterpiece, is what PWCC is calling. I don't know if it is or not. I don't know how you guys want to interpret that, but this is a situation where serial number to 49 outsells serial number to 1 because it's not the true 101. I want to know what you guys think the true 101 Jason Tatum card would sell for, if there is one. I don't even think there is one. I think that the only true 101 would be the Logo Man, but again, I'm not an expert on 2007. 17 or National Treasures or Jason Tatum cards, but I know that it's basically the same card, except one of them they put some obscure white box 1-of-1 sticker on the back of it, and apparently nobody cares because it's sold for less than the serial number to 49 card. And yes, I know the grades are not the same, but this is a Min Gem. That's PSA 9. That's pretty damn close to the same grade. LaMelo Ball 8.5, 10,800. Where are you at in LaMelo Ball or Anthony Edwards? I want to know in the comments. LaMelo or Anthony Edwards? LaMelo or Anthony Edwards? Or is there someone else from that draft class in 2020 that you guys like more than either of those guys? We thought this was going to be a huge step forward for Anthony Edwards this season. We haven't seen it yet. We thought it would be a huge step forward for LaMelo Ball, where he would have to do everything for his Hornets team, sort of like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's doing for his terrible Thunder team. But LaMelo has not been healthy. Apparently, he's right around the corner. I think he came back last game, so we'll see where they go. Problem is, they want to lose as many games as possible, which is not conducive to LaMelo Ball actually getting on the floor and playing. Here's a 1-on-1. National Treasures Super Luka. That's what it says. Super Prime is what it's supposed to say, but it says Super Luka. So I like that. I like that better. It sounds even better. 2018 National Treasures Super Luka patched, serial numbered to 1, masterpiece 1-of-1, not a white box, not a black box, but a true 1-of-1, but not an auto. It is a patch only, 10,800. Zion rookie 12. LeBron auto 12. Got to start scrolling quicker. The Neek auto went for the Neek 86 Fleer rookie card went for 12,000. One of the lower pops of the 1986 Fleer. Right next to that, somebody bought a card of the next Dominique Wilkins. No, I'm just kidding. He's not athletic at all. This is RJ Barrett's Nebula BGS 10. So it's a serial numbered to 1 card, 1-of-1, masterpiece, Nebula, super hot. You just do not see these cards very often. RJ Barrett, the hobby is incredibly divided on this dude. He statistically is one of the least efficient basketball players in the entire NBA, especially amongst starting NBA guards. The Knicks are overachieving this year, or they're achieving this year, we'll say. And he's actually having a pretty decent year. He's still just not efficient. I don't know how many other ways there are to say it. Maybe it clicks for him one day. I haven't seen it yet. That's just my personal opinion. Here's an MJ card I've never seen in my life. 2-color patch, MJ auto from 2006, SP Authentic, 12 grand. Steph patch auto, 12.6. Upper Deck Century Legends, Wilt Chamberlain. This is the hand serial numbered 81 out of 100. Sort of a rough looking autograph there. I don't know how that gets a 10, but my Game of Thrones autographs that I send into PSA get destroyed. So somebody who's an autograph expert, tell me how that's a 10 for autograph. It looks faded and choppy and everything else to me. 13-2 for that Wilt autograph. LeBron, here's a Prism Black Pulsar, second year Giannis, 1-of-1 masterpiece, 13,200. That's a card I would have liked to have gotten in on, but as it stands, I'm sitting on the sidelines watching some of these sell. Dual patch Kobe, 13.2 Upper Deck Reflections mirror image patches. This is a cool card. I actually own this card, this exact variation, serial number to 10. Mine's an 8.5. This one's a lot better than mine. Mixed gem, 10.9, 9.5, 9.5, 10 for the autograph. But for those of you who haven't seen this card, it's a LeBron patch sticker auto on the back, Jordan patch sticker auto on the front. My patches actually look better than this, but my autographs are not nearly as clear. But this is serial number 2, which should be serial number to 10. Yeah, serial number to 10. Pretty cool card. And the other thing about PWCC, as we've clicked on here, as you can see, they've got a really cool video of each one of these items that's in the PWCC Premier Auction. Every single one of these 151 basketball cards has a video kind of depicting it, talking about it, showing it, moving it around. 96 Finest Jordan Refractor PSA 10, no coating. That card is spot on from a centering standpoint, 13.2. Let's see if I can find that bad boy. There it is. I'm lucky to own this card in a 9.5. This PSA 10's down, but not down as bad as some of the other cards that we're going to look at throughout this Premier Auction. So this particular Jordan's treading water, but not all Jordans are treading water as well. This card's only down 3% over the last 2 years. That is an anomaly. I am telling you, in the hobby, on these high-end cards, that is an anomaly. It's actually down a little bit worse over the last 1 year than it is over the last 2 years, but sold in March for $18,000, down to $13,000. The getting's good for you Jordan collectors. If you were thinking about getting into the high-end Jordan market, it doesn't seem like there's a better time. I hope you don't, so I can buy them all myself, but, you know, it's a great time. I don't know. No, what is that? One of them's been added in 20 months. Anyway, pop 21 for that Jordan. This is a Super Rave, serial number to 50 from Skybox Thunder. It's a base card, but it's a Super Rave parallel. Serial number to 25. Did I say 50? It's 25. BGS 9.5 makes it a pop 1, none higher. Pretty cool pickup there for any Jordan collector. Let's get to page 1. Guys, remember, the cards in here are theoretically supposed to end higher than 15,000, and we haven't gotten there yet. Jalen Green, 10-10, NBA 75th anniversary, serial number to 75, $13,800. If this was 2 years ago, that card would have sold for $879,000. Jordan patch auto, $13,800. LeBron exquisite, 14.4. Tatum, what is that? Flawless Ruby, serial number to 15, 14.4. The black refractor LeBron PSA 8. I think there's a 9 coming up, so stay tuned. 14.4. Another LaMelo, the 9 auto kills it. Like, why was that Wilt a 10 auto and this LaMelo is a 9 auto? I don't get it, man. I don't understand autographs. I'll never espouse to be an autograph expert. A lot of that grading seems arbitrary. Of course, grading cards seems relatively arbitrary sometimes, as we know. That's a pop 10 card, 14.4. What would this card be worth if that was a 10 autograph? Twice as much? 1.5 times? I don't know. I wonder what the multiplier is, or I guess the divisor is for a card that has a 9 autograph instead of the customary and expected and almost demanded 10. Let me know out there in the comments. Would you, like, I don't even buy cards with a 9 autograph. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's my OCD nature. There is no price point where I would be interested enough in a card to buy a 9 autograph unless I thought I could crack it and resubmit it and get a 10. And or crack it and resubmit it and just not grade the autograph. I would never hold a card with a 9 autograph in my collection. That's just me. I don't know what it is about that. Are there other people out there like me that demand perfection on the autograph? I don't demand perfection on the grade of the card, but I do for the autograph, and I'm not sure why. One of the 780 different parallels of Contenders rookie autos for Morant right here. And by the way, let me know in the comments, Morant or Zion? Zion's been on a tear. Morant's been a little banged up. The Grizzlies are in first. The Pelicans are in first. Flip-flop, flip-flop, flip-flop. It's one or the other. Both of those guys have their teams in contention, up and coming. They're doing everything they can do to become the face of the league. Zion, especially lately, has been super hot and vaulted into the MVP conversation, vaulted over and above Morant into that upper tier of the MVP conversation with Ingram out with that toe contusion. Let me know where you guys sit on the Morant versus the Zion, and stop talking about injuries because Morant's injured all the time too. So just who's better if they're healthy, Morant or Zion? Which one's more hobby relevant? Which one's more of an appeal in the hobby? I want to know what you guys think. Another big time Tyrese Maxey card. His, excuse me, I'm burping up some Monster. Tyrese Maxey, serial number to 99. Pop 3, PSA 10. Any of you guys who have submitted National Treasures RPA cards to PSA, you know how rare it is to come back with a 10. It's nuts. And this guy did not get the autograph graded. Would you? I don't know. That autograph looks great to me. I don't know a damn thing about autographs. Like, how do people choose to get an autograph graded or not graded? And if it was a 10-10, how much value would that add to the card? There's so many little idiosyncrasies and niches and like intricate little decisions that you've got to make in the hobby. It's just incredible trying to make those types of decisions. If you had this card raw and you thought it looked clean, would you ask for the auto grade? Would you run it up the flagpole with PSA once trying to get the auto graded? If it comes back a 9, crack it and send it right back to PSA, send it over to BGS, send it to SGC, send it to ABC, send it to BCD. I don't know. There's just so many directions you can go in this hobby. One direction that we can't disagree on is that's a big time looking card right there for one of the best up and coming guards in the league. Jordan Auto, Zion Patch Auto, LeBron X-Fractor, LeBron Gold Pristine Refractor, 15,600, serial number to 99. It's a Pop 5 card. I love the Pristine product. If you guys aren't familiar with Pristine from those early 2000 years, go check it out. They are really, really cool. And this one especially, I'm going to click on it and show you guys. And yes, they got a video, but look at the edges. They're perforated, right? You didn't tear it out of something, so it's not like a Sports Illustrated for kids or whatever, but like you can see it even better on the back. Look at the edges on this card. They're perforated. I once sold a Vince Carter Gold Refractor from that year. I think this is a mixed set. I didn't pay close attention. It doesn't say PSA 8, PSA 9. It just says PSA set. So I'm assuming it's mixed. Mixed sets don't sell well. So I don't know if this is a good price or a bad price. You'd have to look at the 143 cards and figure out what the grades were. If there's a Jordan PSA 10 in there, it's a good sale. Or if there's a Jordan PSA 9, but there's not. 15,600. Here is a flawless gold parallel, serial number to 10, Trae Young rookie, 16-2. That would have been an $800,000 card a year ago. PSA 9 Magic Bird rookie with the PWCC 30% A sticker, 16,800. I got out of my PSA 9 to a local collector here for right at 20,000 about 9 months ago. Hoping to probably buy back in because I got to have that card in my collection. I can't have the 10. It's like $750,000 or something stupid. So the PSA 9 is like the next best that us mere mortals can do. And so here's another LeBron Black Refractor. This one's the PSA 9. Only sold for a couple thousand more than the PSA 10. I wanted to pull this up because this one makes me sad. Teardrop emoji. I own the BGS 9.5. And I bought it for a hell of a lot more than 16,800. This is low, man. This is just low. Pop 77 in PSA 9. These are serial numbered to 500. That's what the card looks like. One of my favorite parallels from Topps Chrome. I think the black looks even better than the gold. I know it doesn't even compare in value, but the black refractors all throughout that Topps Chrome era, I just think are absolutely gorgeous cards. When I was pulling these out of packs back in 2001, 2002, 2003, I was always looking for the black refractors. I'll never forget the day I pulled a Dwayne Wade black refractor, which I still have in my collection. It's probably the card that I've had in my collection the longest. 16th, of course, is worth like $50 now, but it's something that means something to me. $16,800 for that LeBron PSA 9. As you can see, that's on a nosedive over the last 6 months. The card sold for 36. 4 months ago, it sold for over 36,000, less than half today. So nosedive city. There's a time where it's just too low. SB Game Use signature numbers, Jordan. I'm going to flip quick here, guys. Trae Young limited edition patch parallel. Again, too many parallels from these things too, man. Let's look this Steph Curry card up. We haven't looked this up yet. Is it me or is Steph doing everything he possibly can to win games for the Warriors with MVP caliber numbers, typical Steph numbers? 18,000 for this Gem Plus, serial number to 225, exquisite collection, rookie autograph, BGS 9.5. I've got this bad boy pulled up and it's down. What else can Steph Curry do right now? This is the market. This is not Steph Curry. Down 46% just over the last year for that card. We've got a BGS 8 Jordan Star. Well, these are the cards that were supposed to only go up and never go down because they're so rare and they're so much better than the 86 Fleer. Sorry, tongue in cheek. Here it is. It's actually stabilized sort of a little bit. Last sale 18.6, this sale 18,000 over the last 6 months. It's only down 19%, which honestly is really not that bad. That's about when PSA decided they were going to start grading. And so we didn't know if that was going to make BGS go down or make BGS go up because people are going to buy the BGS, crack them, and resubmit them to PSA, trying to make that arbitrage. I wonder if there's somebody in the comments who kind of participated in that arbitrage frenzy when PSA announced that. Is there anybody out there? Because I thought about this, but I didn't have unlimited funds. I thought about just scooping a bunch of BGS, cracking them and submitting them to PSA. But then what happened is I saw the first few attempts at that, and it was like BGS 8's going to PSA 6 and BGS, 8.5 is going to PSA 6 and PSA 7. And I was like, the hell with that. I'm not in the gambling business, and that's pure gambling, and so I kind of bowed out of that. But this BGS 8 looks like it's stabilized a little bit. 19, 19, 8, 21, 18, 18, 18. Again, I can't stress it enough. Not all BGS 8s are the same. Not all PSA 10s are the same. And so you got to look closely at the cards and hit view all sales and just see, because some BGS 8s clearly look better than others. So you guys make your own educated decisions and inspect those sales. Don't just rely on those numbers with a green dot. It's not that easy. Exquisite LeBron, dual auto LeBron Jordan, patch auto Doncic. Sorry, I'm going fast through some really relevant cards here. Gold Anthony Davis rookie card, PSA 9, $20,000. Pop 2. No PSA 10s exist. Serial number to 10. Anthony Davis is on a tear. The Lakers are trying to do some things. I want to look this card up. It's a Dwayne Wade, pretty big time autograph here. BGS 9. Does it have a grade on the back? Yeah, it's a BGS 9 10 auto. So it was great a long time ago. So they put the autograph grade on the back. This is his exquisite RPA, true RPA, serial number to 99, $20,000 for that one. I think I pulled this guy up. Did I not? Yeah, there he is. Okay. Nosedive City, man. Dwayne Wade's done nothing wrong to deserve this. He doesn't deserve this type of treatment from the hobby. You guys go do some research, man. He's a top 5 point guard that ever lived. Go look it up. And yes, I'm a Dwayne Wade pumper. I'm not selling any Dwayne Wades. Actually, I think I am selling a few Dwayne Wades, so I want to make sure I'm clear on that. I don't own this Dwayne Wade. This is one that I would not be selling. But over the last 2 years, the card sold for $87,000 in April of 2021. Yes, that is right at the end of that 2021 bubble. And look at it now, man. What is the card selling for? $20,000 from 80 to 20, down 76+%. Yikes. Jordan autograph. My guys in my Jordan group chat love this. I don't know what it is. I don't recognize it. It's some weird SPX. Buy back this, buy back that. I don't know. I get confused. That's why I just stay out of the autograph world. My brain's too small and I'm getting too old. Exquisite collection, limited logos, authentic altered, whatever that means. We don't know how it was altered. I guess there could be a description, but I don't care enough to look. 20,400. Let's look at the 8.5 Jordan Star. I've got it right here. So there's the 8, right? We looked at the 8. It's down 20% or 19%, 18.5 over the last 6 months. What is the BGS 8.5 doing? Down 46% over the last 6 months. Somebody ate it right there. That's not good. Other than that, it's a relatively steady downward over the last 6 months. But what I wanted to show you is this. Like the BGS 8.5 is a $21,000 card. We know this because it sold last night. We just looked at it, right? $21,600. Look at the PSA 8. Last sold $67,000. 3x. A PSA 8, not versus a BGS 8. A PSA 8 versus a BGS 8.5. Is that right? Does that sound right to you guys? And I know all cards are different, so it could have been a squeaky clean 8 that looks like a 9. And this last one tonight, last night, that could be a bad 8.5 that looks like a 7. I don't know. You guys can throw your comments in there about that. But just theoretically speaking, is a PSA 8 3x a BGS 8.5? I would think they would be what and what. I guess what that means is you can't crack BGS 8.5s and submit them and get PSA 8s, because if you could, we all would have been on this card and it would have gone for a lot more. Does that make sense? And maybe I'm missing something there. Let me know if I don't know something about that, but that seems like a crazy disparity to have a 3-to-1 multiplier for a PSA 8 over BGS 8.5. Jordan autograph in the serial number 25. Dr. J Hunting, $21,600 for this really cool sealed wax. Sealed by Baseball Card Exchange. Does that still mean something in the hobby? You guys let me know. Does Baseball Card Exchange, BBCE, wrapping on your box give you the same security that it gave you 2 years ago before the 2 screw-ups with the Fleer box that was out and the G.I. Joe situation? Again, I'm not a hobby drama guy, but I could not hear about that. So where does the hobby stand on BBCE wrapped wax? That was a really high topic of conversation in the hobby for a while there. Not so much lately. 21.6 for that box. I didn't look it up. Here's a card that I always look up because it's been on an outrageous journey. This is the Moses Malone 1975 Topps. Moses Malone, one of the 8 greatest centers that ever lived. Think he was a 3-time MVP, 21,600. He was MVP during the cocaine era, but 21,600 for that Moses. And this is the card that I look up because this is actually 3 data points, not 2. It shows 2, but 2 of them sold on the same day in the same auction for right at 100 grand. But 100 grand less than a year ago, people. And then this one sells for 21.6, which is down for the 4th consecutive time. So anytime a card goes from 100 grand to 20 grand in 2 months, it makes me think something was going on the 100 grand sales. I don't know. Again, it's in card ladder and it was vetted and it's in PWCC sales history, so I guess it sold. But I'd much rather have 5 of the 38 than 1, wouldn't you? I wonder if any have been added. Oh, wow. 2 have been added. Interesting. So congrats to whoever sent those Moses Malone 1975 cards and got a PSA 10. I can't even get a PSA 10 on a freaking ultra modern Kevin Porter silver. And people are getting 10s on cards from 1975. It's 47 years ago. And this paper is like mush. So I don't know how they pulled it off. Black gold Anthony Edwards 22.2. Jordan PSA 9 with the 30% sticker, 22.8. Incredible 1010 makes this card pretty rare. So we see the Incredibles all the time from Upper Deck Retro and 99, but we don't see 1010s all the time. That's a Pop 7 Wilt. There are some great Wilt autographs out there. This is one of them, especially in that grade and that condition. 1 of 1, a real 1 of 1 logo, man, from a card with a whole shitload of stuff going on in the background. This is the Spectra, 2017 Spectra Nebula. I like Spectra. I don't necessarily like this card with, all the crap in the background. It just seems like a lot. But 22,800 for that one. Chrome Refractor, Steph Curry, 22,800. This card is suffering a fate similar to the LeBron Refractor. No one's immune, not even the greatest to ever do it. A top 10 player, Steph Curry. A 9.5 Trae Young. This is his true RPA, so I've got this one pulled up for sure. There's the incredible Wilt. Look at that Wilt. Even that Incredible's down. It's a Pop 7 card, so even the rarest of the rare Wilt autographs is not immune from this market reset. Sold, what is that? 16 months ago for almost $50,000, half price. But let's look up that Trae Young. So last night, this card takes another huge dip down to 24.6. It had been on a relatively steady little plane here. Trae is not having a very good season. The Hawks are not having a very good season. There's a lot of talk about the Hawks having to make some moves and make some trades and change some things up. We didn't know how DeJounte and Trae were going to coexist, and it's just not going well. And that doesn't really surprise me because I didn't think those two high usage rate, ultra usage rate guards, that those puppet master types. It'd be like putting Doncic and Harden on the same team, or Harden and Kyrie. Who would ever try to do Harden and Kyrie, right? It's just not going to work out. They just don't fit. It's weird. Sometimes more is not better, and so the Hawks are going to blow that up. But look at this trade now, $24,600 last night. As recently as 8 months ago, $72,000 card, people. So that's a 3-for-1 discount on that Trae Young. What about a silver BGS 10 Giannis rookie card, 25.2. There's somebody. There's some good news. That's what we were looking for. So 100 cards into the auction, we found a card that went up. It's the Giannis 2013 silver BGS 10. I have a 9.5, which is probably crazy down. Yeah, well, relatively down. But the BGS 10 is defying all odds. It's very low pop for some reason. It must be so low pop that Card Ladder could not possibly comprehend it because it's not listed on here. So you guys have to go look that pop up yourself. $25,200 for that Giannis PSA BGS 10 silver. Another Jordan number collection, number pieces, $25,200 for that one. Also accidentally serial number to 23, I'm sure. This is the true RPA Zion, 25.2 for a PSA 7. If I get this card, I'm cracking it and I'm sending it to BGS. Because I think an 8.5 would be more well received than a PSA 7. But I might be wrong. I don't know. Let me know what you would do. This is the gold parallel of one of the hottest players in the NBA, SGA. $25,200 for that one. Jordan LeBron dual auto 25-2. The King inscription. LeBron, we've been seeing this card a lot, even though there's only 25 of them out there. This is that 2003 famous nicknames rookie, the King inscription. 9.510. You got to have some balls to autograph a card your rookie year, the King. That's aggressive. I guess he was probably just taking orders, but that's something where I would have said, you know what, why don't we chill on this? Let me make a couple all-star teams, and then I can autograph it that way. But can you imagine an 18-year-old LeBron, sitting down, it's on card to sign this card and on autographing it, LeBron James, the King. Whew, I don't know. Who in the NBA would be a player that's got the balls to do something like that? Ja Morant, maybe? Somebody like that, 10-10 Jordan, 26,400. Topps Chrome X-Fractor LeBron, 27.6. Dual autograph. Boy, I can't tell you how cool this card is. Kobe and Shaq, one of the greatest duos in the history of NBA basketball. Serial number to 15. Pop 1. PSA 10, 27.6. There's a card that is going into somebody's collection, and it's not going to see the light of day for quite some time. There's an orange chrome, Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's orange and white chrome are very popular cards. Let's look both of them up. This is his orange. In a PSA 10, it's a population of 18. 28,800 for this orange chrome. Where am I in here? There I am. Up. Okay, more good news. So the Giannis BGS 10 up. The Durant orange chrome PSA 10 up. Great news from 21.6 to 28.8. That's a big jump, people. That is a really, really big jump. That is a 33% increase in price from the last comp. Good to see. We've got LeBron, Jordan, White Sparkle Doncic, $30,000. Let's look that bad boy up. Here we go. Down. So down 1, 2, 3 consecutive times. It was a $91,000 card 10 months ago. It is a $30,000 card today. I don't know how these people are taking these licks. I hope it's not someone buying at 90 and selling at 30. That's just, I hate to think about that. That makes me sick to my stomach. It's not my money, but I hate seeing that. Hopefully it's people like me looking at these cards and having a similar perspective of, it may never get back to 90. That might have been inorganic and unsustainable, but there comes a price where it makes sense. And it's a card I can get in my collection that I was never going to be able to get in my collection because it had run so hot, so fast, so quick, it got away from me. I feel that way about the LeBron Refractor. Like, I'm going to go look at that LeBron Refractor because it's gotten so cheap in a BGS 9.5, and that's kind of my grade du jour. It's kind of my grade of choice for 2003 Topps Chrome LeBron stuff and 2012 Prism Giannis stuff. 9.5 is kind of the grade I like. I even like the Min Gems more because you can get them at a little bit more of a discount. Maybe it's gotten to the point where I can buy back in. I never thought I'd be able to buy that card. So there's pros and cons. Life is all about perspective. The hobby is all about perspective. Every price that we've looked at except for a BGS 10 Giannis Silver and an orange Topps Chrome Kevin Durant has gone down, but the positives are you're maybe not these types of cards, but there are cards out there where you may be able to get back in and collect the cards that you didn't think you were going to be able to collect. So 9.5 Min Gem Jordan sells for $30,000. That's actually not the end of the world. Obviously it's down 25% over the last 6 months, but if we look at like the last 3 months, it's down 14%. If we look at the last 1 month, again, this was the card that I liked to compare to the 2003 LeBron Chrome Refractor because the pops are sort of close. 430, 530, it's kind of close. The card's actually up over the last month. So more good news, If there's any card that's indicative of what the hell's going on in the basketball card market, it's this stupid 1986 Fleer BGS 9.5. I say that, I own this card, I own a PSA 10, but watching these cards move and find the floor, did we find the floor? Did we not find the floor? Hear the arguments. Nobody, everybody's like, that card's stupid, I don't want it, it's too high pop. It's always the people who don't have the damn card that are saying that. And then the people that own the cards, like me, are the ones defending it. And I'm just fine because I wasn't going to sell the damn card anytime soon anyway. So I care what it's going to be worth in 2032, not 2022. So I wonder if there's a buyback endpoint. A pop 535 card of the greatest player that ever lived and his true rookie card. Yes, true rookie card. 30,000 bucks. It's got as low as 25. The last two sales have both been up. And remember, this is a minimum. Well, that's not it. This is a minimum gem card here, guys. This is not a gem plus or a gem plus plus. It's a minimum gem card. It's clearly off center, left to right. The right side's thicker than the left. The top's thicker than the bottom, so it's not a perfect one. And it's sold for 30. So maybe we've hit the floor. I say that every single video, right? Every weekly I do. I say maybe we've hit the floor, but we never hit the floor. So we'll see where it is. It's somewhere in the future, I promise. How about the PSA 10 LeBron refractor? $30,000 for that card. We saw what the 9.5 sold for. Did I pull up the PSA 10 LeBron refractor? I don't remember. No, I didn't. Okay. Next card we're going to look up is going to be the Zion right here. True rookie card, the Zion 8.5. We saw the PSA 7 a few rows back. This is the 8.5, but a far superior patch here. The patch really speaks to me on this one. And of course, that's just a great photo of Zion. I wish he was a little bit bigger. It's like a little micro Zion. It's hard to make Zion look small, but this card does it. Sold for $33,000. I've already lost my place. Where am I? There I am. That's where we're at. Hey, here's some more good news. That's up from $26,000. That's a big jump. That's almost a $7,000 jump. $6,600 jump from the last sale, which was about 18 days ago. That's impressive. People are watching Zion, and his performance on the court actually matters when it comes to pricing his cards. Can you imagine something so crazy? This Dirk card, that hair, I feel like it's a night at the Roxbury. Let me know if this is a night at the Roxbury or if this is Dirk Nowitzki, but this is awesome. My son was talking about, he's like, Dad, I'm ready to start collecting. I want to buy Dirk cards. I was like, well, that's a great Hall of Fame player, one of the 3 or 4 greatest power forwards that's ever walked the face of the earth. His cards are relatively undervalued, and then I sent him this link and showed him a Dirk card that sold for $38,400. Probably one of the best Dirk Nowitzki rookie cards in the world. And he's like, that's a little out of my price range. I was like, yeah, it's a little out of mine as well. But this is the 1998 Spectra Finite Spectrum Dirk Nowitzki PSA 10 Pop 1 serial number to 25. 38.4 seems like a stretch to me. But again, I'm not a Dirk Nowitzki collector, and if there's 2 Dirk super collectors, some dude named Hans in Germany who wants this card because he went to Wurzburg with Dirk in high school, and he wants the card, and then there's some FU Deep Pockets, Silicon Valley nut job out in California who also super collects Dirk. All you need's 2 to make this happen with a card. $38,400. I don't think I can look that card up on Card Ladder because, again, it's Pop 1. Here's a Jordan autograph. Some people told me it's fake. Whatever. Everybody's got their opinion. It's PSA authenticated, so I guess you got a money-back guarantee. Who knows? BGS 9 Gold Tatum, $40,800. Good Lord, somebody loves cartoons because that is too much for that card in that horrible looking label. Somebody just go slab this better. Just make it look better. Make this go away. I tell you what would look cool is if it was in a BGS 9.5 gold label. That would look really good with that gold background. That would be a cool looking card, except for it's not. Tyrese Halliburton and Anthony Edwards, Logo Man, dual autograph, $40,800, 1/1 masterpiece. I think we've gotten past the point where either of these guys could be flops. They're very, very good NBA players. They're both all-star level NBA players at some point. And they're both, I think, all NBA players at some point, which would mean they're probably, at some point in their career going to be 2 of the 8 to 10 best guards in the NBA. If Halliburton's not already, he has got to be close to pushing 3rd team All-NBA. And I know there's some absolute monsters ahead of him with, Steph and Morant and Harden and, Booker and Mitchell and SGA. But Halliburton is knocking on the door of making an All-NBA team. 2018 National Treasures SGA. This is the gold parallel, serial number to 10, patch autograph, $43,200. Right next to it, this looks faded to me. Like, I'm not an expert, I'm not a vintage guy, and I know PWCC gave it an A sticker, but this PSA 8 looks faded. The color looks faded to me, and maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. Or maybe it faded because it was in the sun after it got slabbed to PSA 8, but this card looks faded to me. $43,200 for that wilt. Let's look the wilt up, man. Where are we? Here we are. $43,200. That's another uptick, guys. We've seen like 4 out of the last 5 I've looked up, and again, I'm not pulling these at any It's just cards that interest me. I'm sorry. I try to do a good variety here for you guys, and I'm never going to check all the boxes for what people want to see in these price comparisons, but you're always free to go to pwccmarketplace.com, pull up Card Ladder or Card Hedger or Card Hedges or whatever it's called, and Headquarters, and pull it up and do it yourself. 43,200 is a big jump. From 40,200. Maybe it's the PWCC sticker. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But that card's been pretty steady over the last year. That right there, that line over the last year, that is the aberration, right? Every other line is down and to the right. This is the aberration where it's actually pretty damn steady. And if we look at it over the last 6 months, it's going to be up 2.86%. Interesting. So that is the first card that I've randomly selected that has literally got a flat line with enough data points over the last year to say this card is steady Eddie. What about the John Morant True RPA BGS 9? Where is he? There he is, right there. So we looked up the Zion 8.5. That sold for 33. The John Morant BGS 9 sells for 43. Cool patch too. Let me know what's the deal with those two cards. Here they are. There's the John Morant. It's down 50% over the last 6 months. Here's the Zion. It is down 37% over the last 6 months. A Zion 8.5 versus a John Morant BGS 9. Is it the half grade that bumps at 10,000, or is it the half grade and people prefer John Morant a little bit over Zion? Maybe we haven't not seen enough from Zion to match the John Morant prices. I don't know. Remember when they came out of the gate, Zion was here and John Morant was here, and then they did this, and now they're kind of like back to here. And so the question is, where does that end, right? Where are we going to be 5 years from now? Is it going to be clear cut that one's way better than the other? Or is it, going to be like, some of these other classes where, the jury's out about who the best player in a, given class is. Like right now, it's like Anthony Edwards and LaMelo. It's like, we got to wait and see. Let's see what happens. Dual autograph, LeBron and Jordan, serial number to 1543. Here's a refractor BGS 10 LeBron, 45,600. I don't think I looked any of these up. Maybe I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. Even the BGS 10, this is a pop 32. Now we're getting into elite categories here for LeBron rookie cards. 45,600 for that one. Sold as recently as 10 months ago for 122,000. So 2.5 for 1 discount. If we look at this card over the last 2 years, the card got to 221,000 people. But if we kind of take a step back and just kind of really chill out, if we could cut out the insanity from COVID and stimulus checks and getting into your parents' garage and attic and everybody going ape shit, and then flippers coming in and screwing around with the hobby. I have no problem with investors, but the flippers who didn't give any damn about the cards at all, that kind of did skew this. But if we can just go from 19 here to 2022 to last night, it would be a nice steady rise up and to the right. Here's where I'm going to get worried. If this dot right here where my cursor is goes below this dot from 2019, now Cajun Cardboard's worried. But until we get to there, Cajun Cardboard's not worried, because this is all fluff. It's all pomp and circumstance. Go look at dot to dot and draw a line. It's not flat even. It's up, and it's significantly up, and it's a healthy return. So that LeBron card continues to dip. The Jordan Exquisite collection. God, I wish I had some Jordan Exquisite or any Exquisite, but I don't. 48. LeBron autograph 48. Another LeBron autograph. These are serial number to 250. BGS 9.5 Min Gem 49.2. Here's a card that's near and dear to my heart. I own this card in this grade, and it actually bucked the trend last night as well. 52,800. This is the 1997 finest embossed die cut Jordan refractor. These are serial numbered to 74. It looks green. It's not. It's just the way these cards look when you take pictures of them. It's really tough to catch the beauty of these cards and the clarity of the color. They always sort of look green. I thought I had it pulled up. There it is. Almost exactly on the number from the last sale 2 months ago. So 51.6 here, 52.8 here. Not too bad. What is the all-time on this card? There's not many sales since 2014, and this is what I talk about as a Jordan collector and some of these Kobe collectors. This is what we are talking about when we talk about rarity and scarcity. Cards that show up once a year, twice a year, or 6 times in 8 years. Let that sink in, right? And compare that to a chrome refractor LeBron, an 86 Fleer PSA 10, even a Steph Curry National Treasures RPA. There's levels to it, right? This is a card that's Pop 13. There's 74 in the world, and it has showed up in a PSA 9 6 times in 8 years. So you're lucky to see it once a year. We saw it twice this year. We saw it once last year, and then we hadn't seen it since 2019. And like I said, let's get rid of the crazy boom bump graph dot here and just draw a line dot to dot. And we're doing pretty damn well on that Jordan. It's up almost 1,300% in 8 years. That's a pretty good return. We got a Kobe limited logos. We got a Jordan patch autographs, hand serial numbered to 23. Good Lord, that's a cool card. $52,800 for that 99 Upper Deck Game Jersey auto. LeBron Noble nameplates. Doncic flawless. Serial number to 25, BGS 9.5, 60,000. The exquisite rookie patch, the Jordan card from 2009 exquisites, like the rookie flashback to make it look like the LeBron RPA. God, what a good looking card that is. Serial number to 23. That's a $72,000 card. Let's look up another Kevin Durant white Topps Chrome. We looked up the orange, and the orange bucked the trend. Let's look up the white and see what the white did. Where are we? Here we go. Flat as a fritter. Well, maybe. Not really. Down 9,000. So not perfectly flat. And it's definitely not 220,000. But it is at least hopefully bottoming out. 87,000 to 78,000. This is a pop 15. One of Kevin Durant's best Topps Chrome refractors out there. Serial number to 99, but a pop 15 in PSA 10. 78,000 last night. Let's keep going. We're getting close. This is a big card. This was bantered about in my Jordan group chat. I think the last one sold for over 200,000. This one sells for 78,000. I might be wrong. I don't know anything about this Upper Deck season ticket autograph, but apparently it's a really big deal, and a couple of guys in my high-end Jordan group were looking at it and then bowed out. I don't know if any of them ended up taking it down. I don't think they did. In fact, I think I saw a post on Instagram from the winner. Congratulations. He picked it up at a pretty damn good discount at a price that nobody thought was possible. So big-time Jordan autograph card there. Again, I'm not a Jordan autograph expert, but I know that there's some significant meaning behind this one. So if somebody else has something to say about this, that's what we want in the comments. We want engagement. And so educate me and educate the rest of us and let us know what you know about this ticket and the journey that card's been on. Not a common card. It's a BGS 9, but it's pop 8 and none higher. So there's no 9.5s or 10s out there. John Morant Stars and Stripes. I always like the Stars and Stripes. Some people don't. Apparently somebody liked it enough to pay $93,000. It is the jersey serial number 12 out of 30. It is a pop 1 in a PSA 10 condition. They did not get the autograph graded. Probably a good call there. This is another one of those examples where it's like, I don't know if that's getting a 10 because it's kind of faint. It's hard to autograph on that acetate. They do tend to streak. Maybe I'm nuts, but that's what I seem to notice on this type of surface is that it kind of streaks like that. It's hard to get it to be deep blue like that. That's why it looks a bit lighter. But here's the true RPA for Luka Doncic. Serial number to 99, true RPA, 3-color patch, beautiful autograph, 10 autograph, PSA 9, pop 8. There's only 4 PSA 10s in existence. This Doncic true RPA goes for $96K last night, down slightly from $168K 4 months ago, but up from 2020. Again, can we throw this out? I don't know. This is from 4 months ago. Somebody really reached on this one here, and I think I remember talking about that and thinking, man, that seems extreme. There it is, PWCC Premier. Not the same card. Patch doesn't even look alike, and it's a different serial number, but let's look at that. This was the card that sold for 168. Same thing, autograph 9, PSA 10, auto looks good, but goodness gracious, from 168 for this one right here at 96. I don't know. I think 96 is more on the number than 168 is. Somebody may be holding the bag on that one. But again, what's it going to be worth in 10 years? It could be worth 20 in 10 years. It could be worth 420. Who knows? or anywhere in between or anywhere outside of those parameters. Who really knows? The rookie exquisite Kevin Durant BGS 9, 102,000 for this Kevin Durant card. Big believer there. Don't look now, but Kevin Durant is definitely in the MVP conversation, and go pay attention to the Nets because things are starting to click, and you haven't heard the name Kyrie or Ben Simmons in a long time, but now you're seeing, I think they won 8 out of 10. They're starting to make a move. They're in 4th place. That's home court advantage in the East. That's a team nobody's going to want to see that team come playoff times. Not the Bucks, not the Cavs, not the Celtics. Nobody's going to want to see that Nets team, let alone the 5th seed team who would face them at Brooklyn. 1010 Ultimate Collection, LeBron autograph. Remember, those are serial number to 250. You know, one of LeBron's timeless, iconic autograph rookie cards right here. Just a super clean look. I really like that card. 156,000 for that bad boy. I don't think I'll look that up. I did look up the PSA 10 Jordan. It sold last night for 168 with the buyer's premium. That's down from 190, but it's up from Golden 156, but it's down from 222 for the PWCC stickered version. The one thing I know is if you kind of stretch this out, again, over the last 90 days, the card sold 10 times. The PSA 10 Jordan is selling 1 time every 9 days. That's too much. That means these are investors. Hopefully, 8 out of those 10 purchases are not more investors, and maybe it's people putting this card into their collection and taking it out of the wild and out of the market, and it's not people that are going to try to sell it for $230 and make 50 grand and 30 after taxes. Hopefully it's going into the collections of collectors, and it'll dry up a little bit. Until it dries up, this is going to continue to happen. The card's going to continue to go down. Over the last 6 months, that's 120 days, it's sold 20 times. That's once every, what is that? 120 days. That's once every 6 days. It sells 1 time every 6 days for a card that's popped 319, and the most recognizable Jordan card in the history of the world. Over the last 2 years, and I said that wrong. 6 months, yes. 6 months is 180 days. Sorry about that. 69 times over the last 2 years. 69 times. That's over 1/5 of the population. Over 20% of this card has, and of course some of it may be the same card twice, but about what is that? 20% of the card has recirculated. That seems nuts for a card that's a 6-figure card. And at one point pushed 7 figures, for God's sakes. So that's bananas to me. But that card is kind of the flagship card that's indicative of what's going on in the hobby. And that graph looks like all the other graphs, you know, up like Mount Everest and then down like Mount Everest on the other side. What about the Luka Doncic RPA BGS 9.5? This is a min gem, sells for 168. So we saw the PSA 9 sold for 96. This BGS 9.5 sells for 168. Good Lord, that's a big premium for a 9.5. I'm assuming it's a 10 autograph on the back. Yeah, it is. That seems like a big premium over the PSA 9. Wow, I like the price on the 9 more than I like the price on the BGS 9.5. Where do we have this pulled up? Hold on, let's see this. That's down. Holy cow. I would have guessed that was way the hell up. That is down. So 168 for a 9.5 and 96 for a PSA 9. That's interesting. That is interesting indeed. I would rather 3 PSA 9s than 2 BGS 9.5s, but it's down. It's coming down and coming down relatively significantly. So interesting stuff going on in the Luka Doncic National Treasures RPA. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm not in the market for any of these cards, and I pretty much liquidated my entire Luka Doncic collection a few months to a year and a half ago. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. What's going on? Are people getting disenfranchised with Luka not having enough help? I think that's short-sighted. I don't even think he'll be a Maverick forever. Nobody usually stays with their team forever. The last Maverick to do it was Dirk, and before that, I don't know if there was ever another Maverick that did it, but players traditionally move. Like, I think Giannis won't be a Buck forever. I don't think Doncic will be a Maverick forever. So I would encourage the hobby to sort of look past the here and now and think to the future when Doncic maybe puts somebody on his team who's a legitimate all-star, because he's never had that luxury. So when that happens, it may unlock a level of Luka Doncic success that we have yet to see. And that's pretty scary because he's pretty damn successful as far as winning games and putting up numbers. Gold LeBron BGS 9, 228,000. Here we go. This is it. This is Rushmore, Murderer's Row, the top 4, the final 4. And interestingly enough, it's 4 different players. We've got your ultra-modern Ja Morant, Emerald patch, serial number to 5. Pop 1 in a 9.5. It's a gem. It's a really strange mixed gem with 2 10s and a 9. $240,000, $250,000 for that Ja Morant Emerald. And then look at the color on this one. Although it looks kind of pixelated in the background, it looks like there's like grids on his face. Let's click him. Am I nuts? I don't know. It looks kind of like there's maybe it's just a bad photograph, but yeah, it's probably just a bad photograph right here. But it didn't affect the sales price. This Wilt Chamberlain 61 Fleer PSA 9. Good Lord, the corners and edges on this are sharp as a tack. $252,000. Here it is. It's down from $670,000. But from January, so about a year ago, the card sold, 11 months ago, sold for $348. So still significantly down. Vintage is not immune, which is funny though, because we looked at the PSA 8 Wilt and it was damn near a flat line that we looked at over the last year. But the PSA 9, and again, part of it's going to be skewed because of the PWCC sticker. That's one way to differentiate your super crazy high-end vintage. And vintage, more than any other era of cards, is by the card, not the grade. So who knows? Let me know your thoughts on paying $250,000 for that Wilt PSA 9. I guess if you're looking at the last sale, you got to feel pretty damn good about it. If you got $250,000 to spend and it's a card that just sold for $670,000, you got to feel pretty good. But the Steph Curry here, 9.5, and this card is just, this is, again, if there's another ultra modern card that kind of speaks to the hobby, you got your LeBron refractor from 2003. This would probably be the other one, along with the Doncic, 2018 National Treasures we just looked at. But this Steph Curry 2009 National Treasures, BGS 9.5, 10 autograph, Gem Plus subgrade, sold for $264 last night. And that is up from the last sale, but slightly down from $780,000 a year ago. So, whew, man, that's a rough one to take right there. That's 3x down 66%. Man, what a good looking card too, though. Like, that is just a really, really good looking card for somebody who's solidified himself as a top 12. Most would argue top 10 player of all time. Nobody would argue greatest perimeter shooter of all time that ever lived. Man, Steph Curry is a Rushmore type, maybe not a Rushmore type player, but a Pantheon type NBA player who's still got juice in the tank and might still be able to squeeze out another ring or two. You never know. Let's see where he goes. $264,000 for that one. And then the LeBron RPA is obviously the really big winner of the night or loser. Let's look at it together and keep it in perspective. Serial number to 99. We saw the Dwayne Wade sell for like $1.50. This one's $528,000. Let's pull him up. There he is. 528 is down from 1.2 million slightly in a BGS 9 condition. That was from 5 months ago. So for a card to go from 1.2 to 528 is not pretty. It was a $2 million card 16 months ago. Wouldn't it be nice to have been the guy that sold this and buy it back 4 times right now? That would be a pretty good feeling. I don't know. Is that a winner or a loser? You guys let me know. That's pretty serious. So LeBron, Steph, Wilt, Ja Morant. These 3 cards sold for about the same. If you were a collector, let's ask the collectors out there first. In the comments, let me know. Ja Morant, RPA, serial number to 5, BGS 9.5. Wilt, PSA 9 with razor sharp corners and edges and great looking color. Or a Steph Curry, 2009 National Treasures RPA BGS 9.5. Of these 3 cards that are all about $250,000, that's only like 2 Teslas. Which of those 3 pieces of cardboard would you put in your collection if you're a collector? And then I'll flip the question and say, from an investor standpoint, which one of these cards is going to be worth more in 5 years? The Wilt, the Steph, or the Morant? I'll tell you what, I'm going to answer for both perspectives. As an investor, I'm buying the Steph. But as a collector, I'm buying the Steph. So there's my answer. And I bet you thought I would pick the Wilt because I'm an old risk-averse guy. But no, I'm going to take the Steph, especially considering where that card's been and what that means to Steph collectors worldwide and what he's meant to the way the game of basketball has been changed. It's really funny that you got one of the smallest, most successful players in the history of the NBA, Steph, who's about 6'3", selling for the same price as one of the guys that they both changed the game in so many different ways. Steph changed it as a small human being, or a small NBA player, big human being, but a small NBA player. And Wilt changed it as a gigantic, larger than life, almost too big, too athletic NBA player. It's funny you got those two guys next to each other, and then you've got John Morant over there on the side taking a jumper on his National Treasures Emerald serial number /5 card. So let me know what you guys think. Again, man, just like life, the hobby is all about perspective. There's pros and cons to these prices continuing to go down. We did see some cards that buck the trend. Let me know if there's some other cards. I can't look them all up, man. I would love to, ladies and gentlemen, but I know some of you female collectors are out there, and I always say guys. When I say guys, I'm not gender specific. I mean men and women. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the current status of the card hobby. This is the last PWCC Premier Auction of the year 2022. I do this every single month. I try to get up early the next morning and get this out soon and get this uploaded. It takes me forever. I'm an hour and 10 minutes into it, so it takes me like 40 minutes for the damn thing to upload onto the calendar so our content team on Luca Nation can put it up. But those are some of the hardest working dudes in the business and in the hobby, and so it'll be up soon. Let me know what you think about any cards that stuck out to you, any cards that and if I made a mistake, please feel free to correct me. I talk really fast, and it's a whole lot of information to try to convey in about a 75-minute period, so I apologize if I misspoke. And of course, I apologize if I hurt anybody's feelings. I try to be very transparent and truthful. And if I don't know something, I say it. And if I don't like something, I say it. And if I like something, I say it. And usually that's going to offend somebody one way or the other. So I apologize for that. That's not my intent. But anyway, as always, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on the Luca Nation Network. You're going to get these PWCC Premier recaps 12 times a year. The day after the Premier PWCC auction ends. It's always going to be basketball with me because that's all I care about. And that's all I look at. Well, maybe a pinch of soccer, but I'm not there yet. And then make sure you also subscribe to the Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel. That's my personal channel. So you get about 6 or 7 videos a week from me there. You'll get about 2 or 3 videos from me on the Luca Nation Network every single week as well, including every Monday morning a episode very similar to the one you saw today, where I recap the top 100 PWCC weekly basketball card sales from the bottom to the top as well. So anyway, as always, thank you guys for watching. Keep collecting. Stay positive in the hobby. Positive, positive, positive. Kill the drama. I'm sick of seeing it. The drama, the frauds, the scandals, the bloodbaths. You know, the prices are down, but that doesn't mean people are down. That doesn't mean we have to be down. Go buy some cards if you can afford it, if you're liquid enough. Go take advantage of this market reset. So keep collecting, stay positive in the hobby, and peace.